Hi, my name is Adrienne Mohan. I'm the Executive Director of the Palos Verdes Peninsula Land Conservancy. The Conservancy was so honored to receive its first Alice C. Tyler Foundation Trust in 2019. This support enabled us to enact a pilot program to remove large-scale acacia and utilize interns to help us track and monitor the project in order to inform our future conservation efforts. This pilot project was to reduce the fuel load inside the Palos Verdes Nature Preserve near residents for fire safety. The Conservancy's main interest was to remove invasive plants to benefit rare native plants and wildlife in the preserve. The City of Rancho Palos Verdes provided funding to remove an invasive shrub known as Acacia cyclops, an invasive and highly flammable shrub that has expanded throughout the natural areas of the Palos Verdes Peninsula, threatening wildlife habitat and residential areas. It was the first time the Conservancy implemented a large-scale vegetation project, clearing more than 30 acres of land at one time. Most of the city's budget provision, while overseen by the Land Conservancy, went to pay professional arborists with heavy equipment and a skilled team of tree removal field crew. The Tyler Foundation funding enabled the successful completion of this pilot project, which engaged student interns in the collection of field data that informed the Conservancy's next steps on future acacia eradication and native plant restoration. The Tyler interns learned and applied many specific tasks related to environmental monitoring, identification of invasive plants, uploading data to a GIS platform using Esri's collector app on their cell phones, identification of native plants uncovered following the removal of acacia, and photo monitoring documentation of the aggressive field work and any growback of seedlings. Early and continued mapping of completed areas were critical for developing the next phases of the project. One unintended learning experience that augmented this project resulted from the start of COVID-19 pandemic. This meant students could not meet in person or as a group and were not able to go into the field with a Conservancy staff member. Stewardship staff adjusted plans and ultimately managed a more independent internship experience with each student while using video meeting platforms to coordinate and hold strategy sessions. Each of the students learned significant skills, which led to next steps for their career development. The 1,600 acres of land in the nature preserve still include more than 100 acres of invasive acacia. The city and the Conservancy wish to proceed with a full-scale project and will work on a careful overall plan for its eradication. In the meantime, the pilot project goes into its second phase to address restoration of the land freed from the overburden of acacia vegetation. The Conservancy needs to accelerate and elevate the number of plants it grows in a year in order to successfully provide additional plants for this restoration activity. With over 1,500 plants per acre required to successfully store native habitat areas, the Land Conservancy is gearing up to propagate more plants than ever before. This must be done using best management practices, including the control of harmful pathogens that may jeopardize nursery and habitat health. Our plans through December 2021 will include the acquisition of a soil sterilizer machine to protect against pathogens, and the creation of a seed and soil program, elevating conservation career skills for interns. These interns will spearhead the development of soil monitoring requirements and seed analysis to document and perpetuate the unique species characteristics of the Palos Verdes Peninsula. I'd like to thank the trustees of the Tyler Foundation for supporting last year's pilot project and for now considering funding the soil and seed internships and the purchase of a soil sterilizer in the coming year. We're excited about the next step and the opportunity to inspire the next generation of conservationists with an innovative and new focus for accelerated plant restoration.